Hello, and welcome to Paranormal Playtime. I'm your host, Austin, and against my better judgment, I am going to be doing a solo investigation of the Silver Run Tunnel here in West Virginia. Now, you may notice that this is a daytime investigation, and that is because, and I will not mince words here, I fucking hate this tunnel. This tunnel has probably the worst vibes of any location I've ever been to. Even before I knew the haunting story of it, I had these terrible feelings here, to the point where I could barely walk through the tunnel. And when I came back to actually tell one of the stories of what happened here, I actually did not walk all the way through the tunnel because I was so spooked. Now, just to give you a better idea of how spooky this tunnel is in person, I actually offered one of my friends money to come and investigate with me, and they said no, because it was in fact this tunnel. Now, before I get into the investigation, let's talk about the supposed haunting here. Now, from a historical/storytelling point, the story varies wildly depending on who you ask. The basic story is that there was a woman in white who died in or near this tunnel. Now, I actually told a version of this story on my channel. It is called The Ghostly Bride of the Silver Run Tunnel, which covers one of the many stories here. But to put it shortly, there was a young woman who was riding the train to Parkersburg to get betrothed to her future groom. But she had a jealous suitor who boarded the train with her. And at some point when they were in this tunnel, he killed her and threw her body out of the train. She never made it to be married, and of course, her body was never found. Now, in other versions of this story, she simply was just walking through the tunnel, or she wasn't even near the tunnel at all, but whoever killed her decided it would be best to hide her in the tunnel, and her body is still buried within the bricks here. Now, while the story does change a lot, one thing that does make the story more compelling is that back when this tunnel was in use, many times when trains would go through, they would see a woman in white on the tracks, think that they hit her, stop the train, and look around for her, only to not find her. And it was such a common occurrence that stations already knew to be on the lookout for reports of it. In fact, it's rumored that one of the first people that it happened to, one of the first people who thought he ran over this woman in the white dress, was actually fired because they thought he was going insane. Now again, that last part is just a rumor, and I don't know if it's true or not. But I know this tunnel has some very terrible vibes, and so now I'm going to officially start my investigation here at the Silver Run Tunnel. Okay, I'm currently walking into the tunnel, where I will soon begin my investigation. I can't lie, I already thought I heard a woman's voice, and there seems to be no one else on the trail, but with the echo here, I could just be imagining things. So I'm going to turn off this light and my headlamp. If there's anyone here with us, please speak to me. Please let me know that you're here with me. Are you the woman that died here? Or did you even die here? There's a car going on the road that goes up above the top. Oh no, it's coming into the tunnel. So, to catch up on basically everything that just happened, and I'll probably leave it in. Basically, I was starting my investigation of the tunnel. Thought I was already hearing a female voice. Then I started to hear a truck that I thought was on the road up there, but it actually ended up being some people in Jeeps. And basically, there was a large group of them that went through the tunnel. I kept filming, but I basically stopped my investigation because of them. And I walked through the whole tunnel since they were too, and I walked back. And now I have walked back over to the side where I started. They have left. And I just heard a massive crash coming from inside the tunnel. So, this really seems like a good place that I definitely need to start the investigation. If there's anyone in the tunnel with me, can you please let me know? Was that you that made that big crash earlier? Can you do it again? Is the woman in white in here with me? You just gotta let me know that you're in here with me. That's all I need. I heard a pretty loud bang a few minutes ago. Was that you? Feel free to speak to me. Now, one other thing I should say as I'm investigating, which because it's so far away, I don't think you guys can see it on camera. But basically, you can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel up ahead, where it curves. There's a very specific spot where the shadow hits just right, and it looks like there's a person standing there. Now, obviously, I have already walked through this tunnel once and back again, so I know there is no person there. But it's just very interesting, like how the shadow works there. So if there's anyone in here with me, please let me know. That was my stomach. Can't go one video without that happening. Let me know your name. Why are you in this tunnel still? Okay, we're going to venture a bit further. My name is Austin. Can you please say Austin to me? Can you please tap on the side of the tunnel? Perhaps make another loud crashing noise? And here's the thing, I'm still kind of hearing voices, but I'm guessing it is still that group as they're walking back to the trailhead. Because they're just barely audible. Is the woman in white in here with me? Can you please speak into my microphone? Is it true that you were buried in this tunnel? Okay, so I'm not audibly hearing anything. That doesn't mean we haven't heard anything on the microphone. But let's ask a few more questions before we do anything else. Is it true that you were a bride-to-be? Are there any other ghosts here, maybe workers who died during the construction of this tunnel? Again, I'm just looking for someone to communicate with me. I mean you no harm. I just want to know more about you. Okay. I'm going to pull out the spirit box now. You can try to communicate with me through it. Okay. Is the lady in white in here with me? Can you tell me your name? Can you tell me why you were stuck in here? Oops. That is my bad. I did accidentally flip it. Okay, let's try it again. Can you tell me your name? My name is Austin. Can you repeat Austin back to me? Why are you still in this tunnel? Do you like me in your tunnel? Okay, that was probably an echo of my own voice, but I swear I just heard a male laugh. Are you a male? Okay, let's turn off the spirit box. Getting nothing from it. Is there a male in here with me? Did I hear you laughing, or was that my own echo? Can you please let me know that you're in here? Okay, so far I'm still getting nothing in here. Not even getting the fog that built up the time I came here and told the story. Can you please let me know if you're in here? Can you please say something into my microphone? You can touch my hand too. Okay, the air around me just got incredibly cold. Ooh, wow. Okay, are you here near me? Is that why it just got so cold? Was that you knocking? Can you do that again? Can you please just let me know that you're in here? I drove a long way to come and see you. Do you mind if I shine my flashlight down the tunnel real quick? Okay. Can you please tell me your name? Okay, I'm going to try something I tried at a different tunnel. I'm going to close my eyes for a few seconds. And you are welcome to come tap me on the shoulder, whisper into my ear, whisper into my microphone. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, I can't say that I felt anything. Just a second. Okay. Can't say that I felt anything particular. For a second, I thought I saw a pair of legs over there on the left side of the tunnel. When I turned my light on, I, of course, didn't see anything anymore. Okay, well, I want to thank you for your time. Hopefully you talk to me on the microphone and I'll hear it later. If not, I know you're here. I can feel the energy of this place. So if you didn't, I'll have to come back. Okay. Well, thank you again for today. And I'm going to leave now. Okay. So walking out the tunnel, again, always be recording, because you never know when you're going to capture something. Did you hear that? Hello? Although the Silver Run Tunnel has a very bad energy, the evidence I collected today was not enough for me to declare it haunted. However, knowing this tunnel, knowing the legend behind it, and of course feeling the energy here, I realize that I will have no choice but to return in the future to do a longer investigation here at the Silver Run Tunnel.